Okay, we're going to try this out here. Hi, my name is Rose. A lot of you know me from a certain community, and I want to take my page in a direction away from all those people, mainly the haters. You know who they are. But anyways, I'm going to attempt to do this and make this part of my psychic journey. It all started back in 2006, I would say, is when activity started with me. And of course, with the internet, I went deep diving, found out information, and I found a community back on MySpace. Yes, I'm that old. That was a psychic community. I met quite a few people. They were really nice. I was in a group, and one of the members in there had posted that he was going to do reads for anybody in the group who wanted. So as you can see, I sent him a picture of myself. I'm not going to show you my whole face. Too many haters. But anyways, here was the question I said to him. Good day to you. I would love a reading when you get the chance. If I got a reading, I got a reading. If not, oh well. Well, the gentleman wrote back. His name was, his handle name back then was Shaman. And eventually he did turn into being my shaman and other things, interesting things, but those will come along later if I continue on with this series and explain who Shaman was. But this was the reading he gave me, and I thought it was rather interesting, a little weird. I was a skeptic. I still am, even though I have abilities. I was a skeptic. But this is what he wrote back. Wow, Rose, you aren't hurt. Sorry, I'm trying to read through my phone screen. You aren't the easiest to see, girl. I've looked and looked, and I've been a bit sick, and I thought it was a bit blocked. But you ain't helping matters, LOL. Okay, it's gonna sound weird, but the first thing I'm getting is a sword and a spaceship. The sword turns into the spaceship when, then it's a lightsaber as in Star Wars. Yes, definitely Star Wars as in Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. Haha. Showing me the hooded Obi fighting. Huh? Next, please. Okay, I see an influence from your dad's side of the family. Was he strong in your life, or is he strong in you? No, my dad left when I was just an infant. I did not meet my father until I was 40 years old, and that's a whole other story, too, that I don't want to get into, but let's just say never. The saying is never meet your heroes. Well, he was never considered a hero, but never meet people that you think you need to. How's that? Let's see, where was I? Okay. Your dad. Oh, he's your dad. Oh, has your dad passed? Because I'm getting this very strong male on your dad's side, and he's actually got his arms around you in the pic. Definitely on your father's side and very close to you. He doesn't seem to be sitting as high as your dad should. Almost, sorry, beside you. But he's so close, I get the huge, loving, she's mine feeling. Wow, I'm confused here. Could it be a brother? He's just above you on your mate's side, or on your male side. I get a bucket and spade like at the beach as a kid. You know, the plastic variety. I get you at the beach as a child and a tall man standing beside you. All I see is his legs, like an old photo. They are giving me sepia to confirm it's you as a child. See, I didn't know that. If you are able to communicate with spirit, they communicate with colors, sound, pictures, things like that. And I did not know at that time that sepia represented something in the pictures. They are showing me lots of kids running around your feet, and I think all these aren't yours, but they are chasing each other around and being playful, like a happy home or life, full of kids shrieking and laughing, etc. There's an old cupboard or piece of furniture. Does it belong to your mom's side? I could be confused here because my mom has heaps of antiques things from her mom, and that's... Where am I at? Sorry. That's what they are showing me. Like an old cabinet. A hand-me-down or family heirloom. Yep, now I'm getting pearls, and to me that's a sign for family heirloom. Could be someone's jewelry as well. Well, yes, I do have a few pieces of jewelry that belong to my grandmother. I also have things that belong to my great-great-grandmother. So these could be the things that he might have been picking up. I'm not sure. And by the way, the earrings from my grandmother, they are pearl. Let's see, where am I? From a grandmother or aunt, next thing I get is a dog or dogs. Are you an animal lover or do you just love your dog? The dog I get is black setter, like dog, barks a lot, could be here or past, real ball, bit slobbery, LOL. They are telling me the dog's outside now. I don't recall any black setters. As a child, I did have a black cocker as an adult, but it doesn't mean that I didn't know who this dog was, you know. I'm getting a grandmother figure on your mom's side, and they are showing me she's in the shadow. The darkness, I see her in... Wait a minute. I see her in the dark, and these... Sorry, my glasses are crappy. And stepping into the light. Was she blind or had dementia? Normally I see this as dementia or eyesight, and at the time of passing, like it's, yay, the light's back. When my grandmother did pass away, she was roughly in her 90s. She might have had some form of early onset dementia. I don't really know. But it's possible. I know nothing about my great-greats, so they were gone before I was here. But that's beside the point. Okay, this has been a mixed reading, and it's very tough to break through. Are you a guarded person, or do your guides protect you for a reason? Both. Like a childhood emotional issue that needs guarding, yes or no is fine, LOL. When I spoke privately with Shaman, I did let him know that there were childhood issues. I have things in my memory that I refuse to acknowledge, so I keep them well locked up in a room with chains across the door in my protective vision. So again, we'll just leave that at that. Even the signs I was given are a bit cryptic and open-ended. Hope this helps and doesn't confuse you as it has me. LOL. Peace. As I went to send send this, your picture came up. Your guides reassured me you are a very whole person. They are... Sorry. Funny buggers, very protective, but they don't want to portray you in the wrong light. Gotta love them. And yes, for many, many years, I have always referred to my guides and my angels as being practical jokers. When they give me messages, it's always in some sort of a puzzle. Or, believe it or not, I've had other languages come through. Those you'll hear about later on in these readings too. But, let you know, it's been an interesting ride for me. But anyways, okay. He says, sorry I gave you such a difficult time. As far as the Star Wars thing, I find it funny but confusing too. As far as my dad, who is chat, Don't worry, not bummed. I'm not sure what that was. I mean, Fat Fingers even existed back in 2008. Okay, as far as the kids, I am called Auntie. Oh, this is what I replied back to him, apparently. Okay. I am referred to as Auntie Cush because the kids love me. The family heirloom thing is I have a lot of things that belong to my grandmother. I also have a pair of my grandmother's earrings, see. As far as the dogs, I have a black retriever and another dog who I love the most, and I have lost a few dogs. See, I don't remember the black retriever unless I was thinking my cocker, because I did have him at that time. But anyways, let's see. Grandma started to suffer dementia near the end. See, look at it, 2008 to 2025, my memories have gone. Good thing I saved all these notes and printed things up. I got a little manic in the beginning. Okay. Yes, I'm a guarded person. As far as childhood memories, I only have flashes every now and then, so who knows? I was told I have a few guides, and the one is very protective of me, and I was told he was a very powerful Indian guide. So as you can see, the reading was great. I am able to validate quite a lot. If you pick up on anything else, feel free to let me know. Thank you. Love and light, Rose. Okay, so then he responded, let's see, I wrote, okay, that's just a copy. All right, so then we go down here, and he wrote back, so the dog does, it sort of looks like a Labrador with a long black hair. And my cocker, I kept his fur long. Like one of those dogs you guys use for duck shooting sorts. We need to find out who the person is next to you. I'll check some more. Have you lost a male close to you? I'm confused. As I said before, he's alongside of you, but up just a bit. Could be an older sibling or a cousin, but he feels older. I keep getting my dad, like he's showing me a dad thing. But it could be purely age. Uncle, maybe. I get a warm sweater sort of feel from his arm. Almost father-like. That's why I said it was like a dad, but not high enough. Let me know. The dementia sufferer was definitely your grandmother, not a male. The heirlooms were their way of showing it's them, I see. So they are around you a lot. This is more a medium read, and if I get anything more from your guides as far as guide counsel, I will certainly let you know. But he's very protective, almost like she doesn't need any help at the time. But thanks, LOL, Billy, which was Shaman. See, and as you can see, I did questions on myself during these readings. Okay, let's see. Am I missing something? All right, I think... I don't know if this is part of mine or not. This could have been somebody else's, but I think it was mine. See it in your faith. The blood turns into rubies or gems, not faceted, but just like teardrops, of blood that have solidified. You pick them up and you put them in the front of your robe. You turn to walk away, but your footprints remain to be blown away by the wind. There's no other wind, though. Wow, there's just intense. I know what it means, too. You have had this yearning for the man since you looked into Christ for your answers. No. Oh, Chels. Okay, that was part of Chels. She was one of my members in my group, so just disregard that. Okay, spiritual knowing. Okay, here's what I responded back after this part that I had already read to you. Says, well, to start off, the dog is a part lab and part German short hair retriever. She is black and white. And if we took this dog hunting, she probably would have a stroke. She's so skittish and hates loud noises. That was my Sarah. As far as the mail, there are a few people who come to mind, but not sure for who. Lost a lot over the years, and some were more special than others. I knew my grandmother came around from time to time. I could smell... Oh, Grandpa came around. I could smell his cigars, Dutch Masters, when he is near. As far as Grandma, she has only been once that I have smelt Amarad perfume. I knew someone was with me recently. I felt them touch my shoulder, but not sure who it is. That is the coolest feeling. Felt freaked and special at the same time. Never been touched before. In closing, I am glad to see that I am not in need of help at this time. Gonna cancel shrink, LOL. Thank you again for your wonderful read. Love and light, Rose. And then Shaman wrote back again, Rose, was the shoulder that was touched your left shoulder? So this is a back and forth between us through, this was on MySpace, so that's why the formats look different. As you can see, I wrote, yes, it was. Do you know who it was? He says, no, not yet, but whoever it was with you when I read you. I'm certain it's either family or a good father, Uncle Gurr. I'm going to ask again. Hang on. Okay, he says, okay, all I'm getting here is a trophy like a sport trophy or cup. You know, this is fun. I love challenge, LOL. The cup he shows me is a golden with two handles like a trophy. It is a trophy, but this description could be symbolic. Could your mom or dad help here? And I put, oh, that's not my response. I said, yeah, see, this is, I copied it off of the whole entire wall, so it's not just my readings involved in here. But I do believe that was it for the day. And by the way, this was all done on July 11th of 2008. So, okay, I'm going to let this go for now. Let me know what you think of this. I'm sorry if it sounds like crap. And yes, I do have a slight speech impediment, and that's only because I don't have teeth. So, haters gonna hate. If you want to pick on me, go ahead. It doesn't hurt. I have heard worse. But until then, you guys all have a great day.